Hello, 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 hello. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great Monday so far. Hey, Miss Dolores. Hello there. How are you? Hey, Evangelist. Hello there. Lolita. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Deja. Robin. Hello there. Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. I can see today. Savage got glasses. I can see today. We was able to find. Hey, Chris. We were able to find a same day glasses place, y'all. I think the Lord was with me. I think the Lord knew. Listen, this child cannot function. Classes start back Monday, and I know this child cannot function. Hey, big princess, without her daggone class. Hey, Chris. Hello there. How are you? Is this live? No, it's not live. It's not live. Nope. This is a replay. How you doing, the real books? Alrighty, guys. Listen. I hope you guys had a great Monday. I mean, a great weekend. I did. I did a lot of relaxing just because I knew that class was about to get ready to start. Then work get kicked back up. So I did a lot of relaxing. This weekend was like a lazy weekend because I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit around and do nothing. I know y'all know how that feel when you don't want to do nothing. So that's what I did this weekend. Honestly, I did a little bit of work, but not much. Um, but I did take some time to dig into this story. Have you guys heard about this lady, Miss Kimberley Sullivan? Is this sign backwards for you guys? Is this sign back here? My TV. Is this back here quick? Is this backwards? Guys, let me know. That back there. Is it you? Are you guys seeing it correctly? Because on my end it looks backwards. Let me know before we get started. Y'all know how I am. Okay, so you guys are seeing it the correct way? Okay, because my end it looks a little strange. Alrighty. Um, Lord. Listen here, Monday, we're not doing this. We're not doing this today with you. Okay. You're going to act like you have some sense and you're going to leave. Oh Lord. Child. I don't have time for this right now. At all. Have no time for this. Don't start with me. My Mondays never start right ever. They never go right. Mondays never go right. It's probably the glasses reversing it. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that because do not tell me that. Y'all know okay. All right. All right. Oh, before we get into everything else, quick announcements. Don't forget this month's giveaway, guys. All you have to do is engage in spaces or share my platform anywhere. Now, also, I know you guys possibly have noticed, okay? I did make announcement on spaces. I had to delete my Facebook. My Facebook was acting a little bit strange, and I tried to put up with it for months in silence. I didn't say anything. So then I said, okay, enough is enough. We're just going to go ahead and just start over fresh so then I don't have to worry about this anymore. I don't know what was wrong with my Facebook, y'all, but it was not acting correct. Okay. So I did make a whole new one. So if you have been following me on Facebook, please make sure that you follow the new page, which is right here. Okay. That is my new page that you can find me at. I will not be on the old page. It's actually deleted right now. You possibly still see it until they take it completely off of Facebook, but this is where I will be. Okay. So make sure that you are following that page. Now, in order for you to get into this month's raffle, all you have to do is share my live anywhere and tag me, as well as engage inside of the Spaces app. Okay. That's how you get your entries. This month, we're just giving away cash, no particular store, just a cash, just to, give back. You guys can use it to buy you some lunch, whatever you want to do with the money. Okay. And as you guys know, it ends at the end of the month. And then I announce it at the beginning of April. Okay. So make sure that you are here, but all it takes is engagements, sharing me on Instagram, Facebook, and tagging me, or just simply interacting and engagement in the Spaces app. All right. What happened? My condolences. Oh wait. What's going on? My condolences. Something happened? Did something happen, guys? Why is it my condolences? 93. I missed a comment and I don't like it. My condolences. I'm just going to say, oh, my grandmother passed. My condolences to you. My condolences, and my prayers is with you and your family. Okay? And 93 is that's an amazing, listen, that's a blessing right there. Alrighty, guys, this lady here, Miss Kimberley Sullivan, okay, is her name. I've looked and dig into this woman. This is possibly one of the most, and what's crazy is I did a show last Saturday, not this Saturday, but the Saturday before, of the cases that has kind of kept me in a chokehold for years. And this is possibly my most recent case. This woman basically kept her stepson captive, held him captive in seclusion, not allowing him to go anywhere. He was malnutrition, okay? 30-something years old for 2 decades. 2 decades. I have a lot of questions, i.e., educational system. It looks like they made reports. CPS dropped the ball. I'm trying to understand, how does someone drop off the face of the earth as a kid and nobody thought to do investigations for 20 years? And if it wasn't for a stunt that he pulled to free himself, he possibly would have died right there. So this is her. And the young man that she did this to is, of course, her stepson. Okay. Her husband passed away 2024. Okay. And apparently she continued on with the husband and her had already had going on. From what I can gather is that he knew about it. Sisters knew about it. There was a sister with a boyfriend in the home. They knew about it. There was family members that knew that this young man was staying within this home and nobody thought to do anything. Okay. So Kimberley Sullivan is 56 years old. She's from Waterbury, Connecticut, and she has been officially arrested and charged with multiple serious crimes, including first-degree assault, second-degree kidnapping, unlawful restraint, cruelty to persons, and reckless endangerment. Authorities do allege that she held her stepson captive for over 2 decades, beginning when he was just 11 years old. And lo and behold, she pops up looking like that little strange character. What's that scary little girl? She looks just like that scary girl. I can't remember. I can't think of her name. That looked from that scary movie. Her stepson, who is now 32 years old, was discovered by authorities after initially he had set a fire in his bedroom where he had been held captive. So let's listen to the 911 call.
It's 2 Blake Street.
What's the address?
Please hurry. It's 2 Blake Street. There's a fire.
Okay.
Oh my God. There's a fire. I'm trying to.
Ma'am, what's
2 Blake Street. The TV. I don't know. My son. A stepson is in his room, and I don't know. He did something with the TV. I was sleeping. I fell asleep.
See flames or smoke?
Yes. Come on, Steph. Come on.
Okay. Can you get?
Yes, we need an ambulance, please.
Okay.
Please, we need an ambulance.
Ma'am, all right. You said something's on fire, and now you need an ambulance. What's going on there?
Yes, his room. The TV in his room.
Did he get injured? Is he on fire?
Yes, he's injured. Please send the ambulance.
Ma'am, I'm going to send the ambulance. I need to know what's going on and why they're going out there. Where is he injured?
I don't know. He's I don't know. I don't know. He's kind of passed out. He's out of it. Please.
Okay, what's your phone number, just in case we need to give you a call back? Okay, is the fire out, ma'am?
No, it's not. Please. I'm trying to.
I understand, ma'am. I'm trying to get information on what's going on there.
Oh my God, it's like all the power in the house is out. I don't know if it blew a fuse.
Okay, ma'am, just get out of the house, okay?
Yes, I'm going to call my daughter.
All right.
Oh my God.
Acting as if she cares. Okay. So he said this, the fake crying. I think she was more so concerned about the fact that the buck is up. Of course, she's afraid about the fire, but I think she also was delusional to the fact of thinking that when all of this happened, that her son wasn't going to finally get the freedom that he has been asking for. So this is what happened when the police responded.
Come over here. Go down the road. Come on. Come down. Come down.
Come on, down.
Who else is in the house? Who else is in here? Do you live
My
here?
stepson is in here.
How many other people? Listen,
That's it. I have 2 cats.
Everybody's out?
Yes.
But your stepson's still inside?
Yeah, he's right here.
Okay,
yes.
come out. Come down the road. Come on, come on. It's not safe to stay here. Come on.
All right, here he is. All right, my dog is shaking.
I know. Come down here. That's true. 87 code 3 victim. Fire victim.
Okay.
Come on.
My dog is.
Right here. Come on.
My dog.
I know. Come on.
I'm coming.
You're seeing it. That one victim right here. I need to stay over here.
Now, when the officers finally made their way into the house, the son basically told them that he simply just wanted his freedom. His condition was described by the police to have be severely emaciated, near starvation. So this call was made on February the 17th of 2025 at approximately 8:42 p.m. So the Waterbury police and fire had responded to Sullivan's home on 2 Blake Street, but her stepson had remained inside until the firefighters had assisted him out. So the victim had told the first responders that he initially started the fire using sanitizer, printer paper, and a lighter. He stated, "I wanted my freedom." He later had told the police that he initially had allowed the fire to grow to the point where Sullivan would not be able to put it out herself and would be forced to call 911. So basically, he set this fire to get free. That's what he did. But how he knew how to do this, guys, it's heartbreaking on how he learned how to do this, because you have to think to yourself, this young man has been out of school since 11, okay? 11 years old. So after setting the fire, he stumped and yelled for help, telling Sullivan the radio had malfunctioned. So he collapsed at the top of the stairs, but Sullivan had allegedly made him get up and wash his face to hide his appearance from the first responders. So according to the affidavit, the victim had believed that the fire was his only way that he could receive help and escape this situation. So police had interviewed the victim, and they spoke with him at the medical facility, and he told the police that he had been held captive inside this residence on Blake Street since he was approximately 11 years old. He recounted being constantly hungry at an early age. At 3 years old, he snuck out of his room to get food and water. So once Sullivan had found food wrappers, she began locking him in his room at night. He described drinking water from a toilet because he was only given 2 cups of water daily before preschool. So he was also pulled out of school in 4th grade after the Department of Children and Family Services had visited the home twice due to school reports that he was constantly hungry and asking for food from other students and eating out of garbage cans. Okay, now keep in mind that there was a teacher that was very, very much persistent about something was not right with this child. So we've seen case after case after case of CPS going to homes for this nothing founded, no evidence found situations when there's plenty of evidence that you can see. And you would never be able to convince me that someone that is abused at this level, you guys did not see anything. There's no way. Okay? Because when the investigators went into the home, the evidence was right there in their face. And the conditions of this home on the inside looked very much disgusting. It looked nasty. So he told the police that after he was pulled from school, he was locked inside of his room from the outside. The door was first secured with a chain lock, and then a padlock, and finally a sliding bolt lock. 3 locks. By age 12, he was moved from the actual bedroom to an 8 by 9 foot back storage space. So let me give you guys what this could look like, okay? So if you guys remember the old houses, okay? The old houses where you can get behind the walls and behind the steps, that's what this looked like. So basically he's being left in like a closet looking thing, or like a storage space, or behind a wall, or behind the steps somewhere. That's how he's been left to live. So the conditions of this imprisonment, okay? So he was let out of his room daily at 8 a.m. for 15 minutes to 2 hours to complete chores, and after chores, he was locked back in. When he was young, he had a potty chair in his room. As a teen and adult, he used bottles and newspapers to dispose of waste. He drained urine through a hole in the window with straws and tied his feces in newspaper using string from an unraveled t-shirt. His only contact with the outside world was a radio outside of his room and a calendar to keep track of time. So he followed University of Connecticut basketball and NASCAR on the radio. He had a black and white TV for 3 months, 15 years ago, but it became outdated. He also said that he was given 3 to 4 books per year and educated himself using the dictionary. He learned that hand sanitizer was able to be flammable through reading. So his physical condition, when he was pulled from the fire, emergency responders had discovered him to be very much severely emaciated. He weighed 68 pounds at 5'9" tall. Keep in mind that this is a 32-year-old man. 68 pounds at 32 years old. His body mass was approximately at 11. Medical experts also state that his BMI was way below, and he was approaching starvation. So his hair was long, thick, and also matted. He had not bathed in a year or two. He saved portions of his drinking water to bathe himself, as he had no soap or shampoo. His teeth were rotten, with pieces of his teeth would break off as he ate food. He had not seen a doctor or dentist since childhood and was only provided with aspirin. Medical staff had diagnosed him with wasting syndrome, which is a severe wasting syndrome, as well as severe tooth decay, decreased mobility in his arms, knees, and joints, PTSD, depression, and adolescent cognitive functioning. This sicko made him to the people under the steps. That's exactly what she did. And what's so sick to me is that his father knew about this. Sisters knew about this. The sisters, I went over to the sisters' page. Her and her boyfriend is willingly taking showers, and she's recording her boyfriend in the shower. They're out in the backyard having a good old time. Meanwhile, her brother is being left under a back wall somewhere. And they're posting on TikTok and Facebook as if it's not even happening. That's what's sick to me. What's sick to me is that there's multitudes of adults that knew that this was going on in this household. So this is not one of those situations where it was just a woman and her son living in a home and that anybody outside didn't know what was going on. No. This is a situation where there was multitudes of adults that are able-minded and bodied that knew that this young man was in this house being treated this way, and nobody thought to seek help. Nobody thought to seek help. So the investigators also say that he was greatly delayed developmentally. And he also has some stages of like easily being overwhelmed and some verbal cues as well. You know, sometimes when you're dealing with certain developmental delays, it will cause your verbal, communication to be a little bit laxed because you can't build up the proper communication or the proper words for how you feel about things, or how you want to express yourself. That's basically what they're talking about. So he told the police that there was no essaying that happened, but he did recall one instance of physical abuse in 2005 when he had tried to escape. Now, I know they may say that he could be a possibly delayed, but the way that his memory is set up, he remembers everything that is going on in his life from dates and times. So me myself, I believe that he could be delayed because of the situation, but he's not that far off mentally. If he's able to remember and he knows what certain things are, and he's able to communicate his experiences, and he's able to communicate what has happened to him, date and time and year and schedules and things of that nature, he's made himself, and he's put those books to use, and he's taught himself some things, but also from the trauma, he remembers them as well. It's all physical abuse, but he doesn't even understand that though. You know what I mean? He is telling, he doesn't even realize possibly that this is abuse. And so he's in his mind, he's probably thinking unless she hits him, that's the only way that it would be physical abuse. So he says that he remember in 2005 that there was some stages of physical abuse because he tried to escape, and Sullivan had allegedly slapped him in the face and secured a plywood on both sides of his door so that he couldn't get out. Police have found plywood in the same described location. So think to yourself, 2005, we're in 2025. That plywood has been used as a tool and mechanism to keep him entrapped all of these years. That same plywood is there. So Sullivan had allegedly had told him that he would never see the light of day if he told anybody. She also allegedly had said that he had used pain, she also had allegedly said that under pain of death, no one wants to see him or was to see him. He also said that he discovered a gun while cleaning up at some point in time, which added to his fear of her, of not wanting to escape or not wanting to seek help and things of that nature. Yeah, he's been there so long, everything is just normal, but for him to read and read and read and then discover a way to escape like this, I think a part of him knew that this wasn't right. And the books and the books and dictionary and the radio became her comma, because that's how he was able to learn stuff. The little bit of things that he did get has been used to keep him. I think that helped him with communication, understanding certain situations, understanding right and wrong in some points, because of that small bit of tools that she did give him and allow him to have. So the victim has stated that his late father, his two sisters, and late grandmother knew about his captivity. His sister and her boyfriend were at the house during the fire. His uncle had told the police that he hasn't seen him since 2004, 2005, and was pushed away by the family. His uncle also told the investigators that he had once hired a private investigator who suggested looking for a death certificate. After visiting him in the hospital, his uncle also said, "I was shocked. He looks like a Holocaust survivor." That's how bad he looked. So you also have a principal, Tom Pannon, who was one of the principals at the schools that he attended, who he says, "We knew it, we reported it, and his exact words were, 'Not a damn thing happened.'" As if we don't hear this over and over and over again how you have principals, teachers, therapists, they report things. And I don't know what's going on with you guys over there at Child Protective Services. I really believe that there needs to be some form of reform with you guys. I really believe that you guys need some updated training about what's going on. And even with me saying updated in this case would kind of be crazy because this is dating back to 2004, 2005. So whatever training you guys were getting then and whatever training you guys are getting now is not giving you guys the tools that you need to properly investigate cases of child abuse. Because you would never be able to convince me that when you guys walked into this person's house, that there wasn't some signs of something being wrong. You have family members that are hiring private investigators. You have principals and teachers who are reporting it. One principal said that he talked to one of the students, and the students basically said that she saw him waving in the window and hasn't seen him since. And if she's using locks and things of that nature on doors and wood on doors, there has to be some form of mechanisms that you guys can see nailed up, chains or something by these doors, the conditions of the house. And then don't forget, she moved him out of the bedroom and put him in a closet. How does a child go disappearing out of the educational system and nobody thought to ask anything or say, wait a minute, this is the same residence that we had a report of a child that is not eating properly. This is the same residence of a child who has been seen eating out of the trash can at school. But yet we can't see this said child. We have not seen this said child in years. But yet she's able to take him out of school after all of this, after the reports. And it doesn't dawn on you guys that if there was wrongdoing that was not found, why was she able to take him out of school without a further deep investigation? Because if nothing was done wrong, why is she taking him out of school? And why is she scared of the investigation? Because I can tell you something. Parents that know that they're on top of their game were not afraid of CPS. Parents that know that they're feeding their children are properly fed, properly housed, properly clothed, properly taken care of medically, we're not afraid of them. Because we know that we're taking care of our duties. We're not taking our children out of school after an investigation by CPS. But nobody at CPS in the whole state of Connecticut thought to yourselves, there's a young boy that we're constantly getting calls about who friends are seeing him sitting at a window, who friends are saying that he's eating out of the trash can and asking for food. We went to the home, but we seen nothing. No, that doesn't even make sense. Doesn't make sense at all. Yes, please like this video. If you like this video, I would definitely appreciate it. It's kind of crazy. And what's kind of more crazy to me is all the adults that knew that this baby was in this house under these conditions. All of these adults, guys. Not to mention, he also told teachers at school that he wasn't allowed to eat. Statements like that are not normal. Every adult is accountable for this. I think the sister need to be in jail. I think the brother needs to be the boyfriend needs to be in jail. I think whoever knew in this family needs to be in jail. So Sullivan, okay, she has decided to deny, okay, everything basically. She has denied any wrongdoing, and she also said that her stepson had free reign of the house. She claimed that he had no diagnosed mental health conditions because his father was against using doctors. She also said that she took him to a psychiatrist a few times after he mentioned some self harm. She told the police that she didn't know what happened the day that the fire had happened and that she woke up to find smoke. She initially had met the police, but later refused to cooperate and retained a legal counsel. So let's go over this area in which, well, this house, okay? So here is the house here, guys. This house here, okay? Oh, sorry. Why is it doing this? 1 second, guys. I got a whole thing for the... Why did my... Hold up. Wait a minute. I don't know why my house picture video, I have a whole thing. The house looks kind of crazy. It looks actually very much disgusting, and they would never be able to convince me that it just happened. Like, it didn't just... No. I'm sorry. It just didn't happen this way, guys. Not at all. Hey, Casso. 1 second. Because I don't know why my pictures from the house, it did not come up here. But okay, here we go. Let me show you guys this house. It's disgusting. So this is the house here in which this young man was forced to stay at, okay? Now, so he stayed in an 8 by 9 foot storage space, which was on the second floor. It had angled ceilings, no heat in the winter, and no air conditioning in the summer. So after his father's death, he was allegedly let out once per day for 1 minute to let the dog out. He was locked inside for 22 to 24 hours a day. His hygiene consisted of drinking water that was saved from drinking bottles. His hair had not been cut in 3 years. And the only contact that he had with the outside was, of course, the radio and the books that she gave him. Okay. Now, I'm sorry. This is a case of, look at her eyes. Oh, very demonic. I can tell that she's very demonic. You can look at this one here. This one right here is clear. Y'all know how we always say you can look right in their face and tell when something ain't right. I can look at it. I can tell by the eyeliner that something is not right with this one here. I can tell the elevator don't go all the way to the top. But what's sickening is that the father passed away. He knew about this. Now, I will tell you guys, I do believe the fact of the father had him a certain type of way, and she continued it on versus being a woman and a mother to stop it. She partook in it. That's what I do believe. Okay. And the reason why I do believe this is because, first of all, the father was in this residence as well before he passed away. His father passed away in 2024. Now, and he's been living in this situation since 2004, 2005. So we know for a fact that the dad knew. Now, when it comes to his mother, his biological mother, she's alive and well, by the way. Alive and well, by the way. And from my research, it looks like that she was closely connected to this family, whether it be through friends or close acquaintances. So I'm not understanding why she didn't ever ask questions about her child. That's what I don't understand about her. I don't know if she had a CPS case, which I'm still looking to dig into and find out. You guys know that if I see anything, I will definitely put it out there. But I'm still searching to see if she had a CPS case, that possibly why she didn't have her child, or did she just choose to give her child to the child's father? I'm not sure. But either way, okay, you would think if your able-bodied mind is correct, and it looks like that her mind is just fine, that she would be asking some sort of question about her son. She did do recent interviews where she did say, that he does have a family out here that loves him, and she just wants privacy right now for the family. That's what the biological mother said. She wants privacy right now. He does have a family out here that loves him. Well, ma'am, I would love to know why you guys didn't love him enough to investigate what the heck is going on. You did have an uncle that decided to get a private investigator, but I don't know what type of private investigator did not go and look at the house to realize that this little boy was peeking out the window. Because what we do know is that there was reports of him sitting at the window. But because he was so small and malnourished, people thought that he was a kid. But if your private investigator is truly private investigating, they would have found a way to sit outside of this house. Because there's multiple reports of young children saying a boy sitting outside. There was a neighbor actually spoke and said that he said that his daughter years ago had said that it was a little boy sitting in the window. Just sitting there. He was always sitting in the window. So this had to be around the time where he had the bedroom versus living in the storage unit. So if the private investigator or whoever you guys had would have sat out there and looked good enough, they would have seen who this young man was. Neighbors didn't call the city to report the garbage. Because look at this. Well, we know the house is boarded up from the fire, of course, but you could tell by the conditions of this house that it was disgusting before the fire. It was disgusting before the fire. Way before that. So I think all of this stuff is outside because of the fire. But I can still tell that this house wasn't left up to great conditions. I can tell that, honestly. That's not, but yeah. So, this is a case that we're going to be keeping very much close eye on, okay? Now, we did talk about the other day the Pittsburgh student that is currently missing. So the update in that, guys, is that they have taken the persons of interest. They've taken his ID. He's not able to go anywhere. I mean, his passport. He's not able to go anywhere but leave his room for like personal things and stuff like that. But he is no longer able to leave. All right. They have also say officially they did find her clothes on the beach. His story has changed once again. Okay. If you guys remember, he did say that he had went in the water, waist deep water. Okay. And the water kind of knocked them. Now he's saying he attempted to help her get out. I think he came back and changed that story because he's seen us saying, so you mean to tell me that you've seen a young woman drowning from a drunken night and you didn't think to jump in and help her? So now he has come out to say that he did try to help her. Okay. So that's a quick update for that. Bigo, we're going to be going a little bit deeper onto this case. We're going to be watching the press conference, reading the affidavit, and listening to some of the interviews from family members, the teacher, neighbors, and things of that nature. Okay. That is what we're going to be getting into. So more so continuing this case, but looking at some more of the details that are coming out over the last couple of days. Okay. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I definitely appreciate you guys a whole lot. And I don't know what we're going to be discussing tomorrow, but I am covering the case of the twins that are currently missing. Well, no, not missing. They actually were found deceased. Oh Lord. They were found deceased um after going out together, and the family is not liking the cause of death. They're basically saying that the twins did this to themselves, and the family is saying, no, not making sense. Okay. So we're definitely going to discuss that very much briefly today as well. Okay. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you a lot. If you have not liked this video, please make sure that you do so. For those of you that have not gotten on Spaces yet, just download Spaces by Wix. Put in A59TEA. First, you got to search Savage Royalty when you get to Spaces by Wix. And put in the code A59TEA. If you want to make it easier for yourself to join, just make sure that you go to the community tab right here on YouTube and just put in the code, and it'll put you right there. I also have a new Facebook account. I had to make a whole new one. So make sure that you're following that link right there for my new Facebook account. I cannot stream over there as of right now, but in the coming weeks, I will be able to do so once my page get a little bit more active. So as of right now, for the next couple of weeks, we will not be streaming on Facebook. But please make sure that you do follow me on Facebook, because I still will be posting content and things of that nature over there. Okay. You guys have a great, great, great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m. Bigo, I'm on my way to you at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And thank you for watching True Crime with Savage Royalty.